Another great way to get into the top 10 of Google search results is to get publicity from high authority websites. You might think, oh God, getting publicity, that's a tough one, right? Because all the previous ones, you have to give it to me, right? They are super easy to execute. You can execute all the previous strategies that I gave in this course in like a couple of days almost, right? You're not going to rank immediately, but you can execute it immediately. And publicity, this is where things come in perspective, and you can see, oh, some marketing strategies are hard, and the ones I've been giving you are actually really easy to pull off. But actually, this one is not that hard to pull off either. So how do you get publicity? Two ways I'm going to give you here, but actually three. First is you're going to be able to get on the radio and on different podcasts. And of course, they're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about. They're going to interview you, and they're going to use a show notes page afterwards. Many publications like that do. And then, of course, you can get that, try to get that to rank for various keywords. Now, it's not going to be possible to rank for as many or as different keywords as you want because you don't own those publications, right? But you can kind of try to influence it. So the radioguestlist.com is a website where you give them your email and they email you every few days or so, or at least every week, few podcasts in your niche or radio shows that are looking for guests, and you can apply to be a guest there and get interviewed. So you don't need a publicist for this. It's something that's easy to do, and you can do it by yourself, right? So you can get publicity for your business, and it's extra promotion, right? If you get to be a podcast guest or a radio show guest, it's extra promotion for your business, which is another totally separate benefit, just additional full benefit. Now this is for getting radioguestlist.com is for getting on the radio and podcasts. Now there's another similar site, and it's Haro, Help a Reporter Out. It's actually written helpareporter.com in their URL, and you sign up here, same idea. You say I'm a source, meaning that you're an expert in some niche, and when reporters are writing stories, you might get interviewed for the story if you're an expert in that niche, and then you can get mentioned. I've got mentioned by Mashable, CBS News, so some really big publications, and you can get sometimes full interviews done of you, where again you can kind of influence the keywords for which you can try to rank for. Again, you don't have full control of this because it's independent other publications, but it's very possible, and I've done it myself in the past. And here is basically the same idea, but instead of radio shows and podcasts, here you will appear on written publications, maybe like online magazines, newspapers, stuff like that. So that's Haro. You can also do so that's the second strategy for getting publicity. The third strategy that I promised in the beginning of this lecture is really just to do some of your own outreach to various journalists, various bloggers, various podcasters who maybe cover your niche, and maybe you have some story or some perspective or some point to make that they might be interested in, and you can do some outreach to them online and see if they do a story on you, interview of you, and then maybe of course you can get that to rank for the keywords that you want. And of course, if you get to do that, you can always get traffic as well and maybe clients. So those are the three ways that you can get publicity and use the publicity pages. Some of them will be high authority sites, and that way you can get to rank in the top 10 Google search results through this strategy.